Hey guys, this is Nico, and today I'll give you 5 marketing tips if you're an entrepreneur who hates selling. I'm not very good at sales, that's why I do marketing. I tried some sales job, but this is not for me. So, in this presentation, I'm gonna share some marketing tips that will help you sell if you hate selling or if you're not very good at it. So, I'm gonna take you inside my computer and I'm gonna start this presentation. And the very first thing that will make selling much easier is to make people an offer they cannot refuse. And here I have the slide. Vito Corleone, it's a catchphrase he has in the movie Godfather. So, in my opinion, to make selling easier for yourself would be to create an irresistible offer. An irresistible offer is simply a strategic structuring of your products and services where the value to cost ratio is value heavy. The value of your offer far exceeds the cost to access the value. And when I started my digital marketing agency, I was selling YouTube ad services starting at like $2,000 per month. It was like a monthly retainer, and it was an offer that was very hard for me to sell because I was like, oh, people will be spending money on ads, and they have to pay my monthly retainer. Although my ads were very profitable, I still felt like it's not a good enough offer. That's why I decided to change my offer, and instead of like charging a monthly retainer, I started charging 30% of the revenue share. So for me, it's much easier to sell a 30% revenue share because I feel it's like a win-win situation. Whenever I go on the sales call, I'm like, look, it's like 30% revenue share. It's a great offer. All of my clients are getting results. So you have no risk. You don't have to pay any big monthly retainers. And with this offer, I have a much better conversion rate. So this is how I implemented irresistible offers into my business. And here on this slide, I'm just gonna give you the 7 traits of irresistible offer. Let me check if I'm recording. Yep, I'm recording. And yeah, the first thing, the outcome of the offer is stated crystal clear. People know what are they getting into once they buy, so the result is crystal clear. Second, the offer satisfied your customers' needs and wants. You know, if you have an offer that nobody wants to buy, you're just gonna waste your time and you won't generate any revenue. The third thing, the perceived value of your offer outweighs the cost. In people's head, they're spending so little money and they're getting so much. Number 4, the offer is targeted to your ideal customer. For example, think about it like irresistible offers are not for somebody. Let's say you're selling the best donuts, and those donuts are just delicious. And you think, oh, everybody loves donuts. And this offer is irresistible for everybody else. And even like you're giving your donuts for free. And it's like irresistible offer, but I'm on a diet. I'm a bodybuilder, I'm on a diet, and I'll never eat like one of your donuts no matter what. So make sure your offer is targeted to your ideal customer and your ideal customer only. Number 5, the offer guarantees results. If you can do it, it will be great. For example, you'll lose 11 pounds in 7 months, or you'll learn how to play guitar in the first 3 months. It guarantees results. The offer requires action today. Urgency. If your offer doesn't require action today, it won't be that irresistible, because people might buy today, they might buy tomorrow, and it's human nature to procrastinate and to postpone. So a good offer requires action right now. And I'm just gonna give you this example. Imagine that your favorite music group is in town this Friday. this Friday, you just need to go to the concert, and let's say Friday 7 p.m. is the last chance you can get tickets. You know, you know that you need to buy the tickets today, or you don't go to the concert. So this urgency will make you take action right now. The offer reverses the risk. Or the offer minimizes the risk. If you buy something, there is always a risk involved. The higher the price, the higher the money you're spending, the bigger the risk. But Rolex, actually, I did a marketing video about Rolex, so I'm breaking down the marketing strategy of Rolex. So if you go to my channel, you'll be able to see it. So what Rolex does, if you buy a Rolex, it's kind of like quite expensive. For example, you can spend, I don't know, 40 grand on a Rolex, but it's not an expense because Rolex increases its value over time. It's kind of like an investment. So Rolex is more of an investment than a risk. So if Rolex is an investment, it's much easier to spend 40 grand, because a lot of people just justify the risk. Oh, it costs 40 grand, but in 2 years it's gonna cost 50 grand. Therefore, I'm gonna buy me this cool Rolex watch. And it's very, very powerful marketing. The eighth thing, this is optional. I know that not many brands would be able to do it, but scarcity, If you go into like luxury goods marketing, for example, the car Bugatti, they usually manufacture only 60 cars, and they're like a bunch of people with money, and they need to buy all those 60 cars, and you need to be on a wait list to buy one of those Bugattis, and they're just like millions of dollars. So scarcity would be very, very powerful way. If you can say only 100 spots available, if you can say we only have 14 items, that will make your marketing very, very powerful. And right now I have some examples, and this is an example of just there is like a bunch of value in this offer. You're buying a workshop from a company called Digital Marketer, and the value of everything you get is around $500. But if you buy it in the next 4 or 5 hours, you're gonna save 81%, and you can buy it just for $95. It's a great example of how people are just showcasing the value of the product, and they're using urgency to make you buy the product in the next 4 or 5 hours. And another similar example we have, this is an example by a company called FreshBooks, and they have this flash sale, and if you get this flash sale, you're saving 50% off for the next 6 months, and you have the opportunity to join this offer in the next 3 days. So again, you're saving quite a lot of money if you join in the next 3 days. It's irresistible offer. It has some urgency, so a good irresistible offer. Another website that is great at irresistible offers, this is Groupon. So if you browse Groupon, you'll see that the irresistible offers have a lot in common. For example, here Groupon has some ratings. It has 4.3 star reviews. 5,464 people left reviews, so there is social proof. And on the right, you can see that if you buy in the next 1 day, you can save 47%, 55%, 54%, and it also gives you how many people bought that offer. It says 10,000 people bought, 5,000 people bought, 10,000 people bought again. Very, very good job doing the social proof. Very, very good job creating urgency. And again, this page says, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but it says that it has 550 views today for this offer. So act now. As a homework, you can go on Groupon and you can just scroll, and I'm pretty sure that you'll find something very, very cool, and you'll consider some of their offer irresistible, because let's face it, they're offering you a massage, 30-minute Swedish massage, deep tissue therapy massage, and it costs just $26. I live in Bulgaria, it's Eastern Europe, and this offer is in Chicago, so even in Bulgaria, this is like a super irresistible offer. So I want to get me some of those massages, you know. And I truly believe that if you spend some time on just researching on how to create irresistible offers, you can Google some of those names. You can Google Todd Brown. He calls the irresistible offer sin offer, but he has some very good trainings on creating offers. You can also look for Russell Brunson, Mark Joyner, and you can check out Alex Hormozzi's book called $100 million offers or something like this. So improve your offer creation skills. It's $1 million skill for sure. And when you have something so cool, you don't need to sell that much, you know. And yeah, the next thing on the list I have, the second marketing tip if you hate selling, this is implementing content marketing. So content marketing is a strategic marketing approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience and ultimately to drive profitable customer action. This is the scientific definition of content marketing, but what content marketing means is just you're publishing free content all around the internet, and you're at the end of the day you're generating some sales. And content marketing has like a lot of benefits and some disadvantages, of course. Content marketing will help you improve your brand reputation and build trust. You know that it's going to be much easier to sell to someone who trusts your brand. That way you don't need to be super aggressive on the sales call, or you don't need to be super aggressive with your marketing promotion. Content marketing will help you educate your audience about your products and services. You'll be able to communicate and interact with some of the people in your audience. If you do the content marketing the right way, you'll be able to generate leads and conversions. You'll have a better audience retention, and very, very important, you'll be able to establish yourself as an authority in your industry. But content marketing has one big disadvantage. It's gonna take you a long time, and you need to be very consistent to make content marketing work. You need to choose a platform. You need to publish on that platform. Right now, for my business, I'm using YouTube, and I'm publishing twice per week. So it takes quite a lot of time and effort for me to create those videos, and I kind of feel like I'm camera shy. So that's the platform I chose. You can share on multiple platforms. You can choose one platform. It is all up to you. The type of content you can share. You can do video content, blogs, infographics, case studies, ebooks, articles, newsletters, webinars, memes and GIFs, social media posts, etc., etc. As you can see, this is like a very, very ugly picture of content marketing, but it gets the job done. So it's super easy for me to illustrate the type of content you can use and you can share. And you can share this content all across the web. You can go on YouTube, you can go on SoundCloud, you can do a podcast, you can go on LinkedIn, Facebook groups, WordPress blogs, etc., etc. Wherever you believe your audience could be, you can start publishing there. And yeah, this is content marketing, and I'm gonna give you two very good examples of companies who use content marketing. The first example is HubSpot, and HubSpot has very successful blog. They publish articles that are long form, that are very educational. And once you read the articles, they're gonna invite you to buy some of their products. I think they sell online courses and they sell software. I think they have a very good CRM platform. So make sure you go to HubSpot, check out their blog, check out their podcast, check out their software deals. And if you find something useful, make sure you use it. The next content marketing example that I want to give, this is Gary Vaynerchuk. Probably you heard of Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, but he is one of the first people who started using content marketing. And what happens? Gary Vaynerchuk creates videos, podcasts, and he shares those content pieces all around the web. That's how people find about Gary Vaynerchuk. Once they find about Gary Vaynerchuk, they go on his website, and on his website they can buy some of his books. They can buy some of his products. They can invite Gary to talk to some of their events, and this is how Gary Vaynerchuk makes money. He shares content all across the web. People find him, and later on, people buy some of his products. And if you want to go deeper into content marketing, I highly suggest you check Gary Vaynerchuk books. I think those are the Bibles of content marketing. Also, HubSpot has a very good content marketing training. I think they call it inbound marketing. I think I took some of their inbound courses back in the days, and I also read most of Gary V books. So great sources to learn content marketing. And yeah, the next thing I want to talk about, this is online advertising. And on the screen, you can see data from the most visited websites in 2022. The first 9 websites, I won't share the 10th website because it's a porn website, but Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Baidu, Wikipedia, Yahoo, Yandex. I'm not sure what is Baidu, and I'm sure that you cannot buy ads on Wikipedia, but you can advertise on pretty much all of those websites. The top 5 websites you can advertise without a problem, so you can use online advertising to sell some of your products and services. Online advertising has a lot of advantages. It's gonna give you global reach. You can target people who live in like different countries, different cities. For example, if you live in Canada, you can target people in New Zealand. You can laser target people with online advertising. You can target people who might be interested in buying. So very, very powerful. Online advertising is cost effective, time efficient, and measurable. Those platforms are very cheap. You set up the ad today and you get the results tomorrow. And also they are measurable. You can measure the results, So some of the disadvantages, of course, the biggest disadvantage, it costs money. Another disadvantage, some of those platforms are quite technical. So in order to make Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads work, you need to understand the platforms. And I can talk from my personal experience because in the last 5 years, I've spent quite a lot of money on Google, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram ads. I was quite successful with those platforms. So if you're selling a product or service, make sure you check out the links in the description, and I can help you set up some Facebook ads, YouTube ads, etc. And on the screen, I just have examples. I have some example of ads. Whenever you go to Facebook and whenever you see a sponsored post, that means this is a Facebook ad. Somebody is paying money to Facebook, so they're sponsoring the post. Also, pretty much the same if you see a sponsored post on Instagram, this is an ad. This is an example of a YouTube ad, the ads that appear during, before, and after your videos, and you can choose to skip the ad or you can click the link and visit the external destination. So YouTube ads, amazing platform. And of course, Google search ads. Whenever you go to Google and whenever you type something, The first few results that you see, usually those are ads, and at the very front, right where the link is, it will say ad. So those are pretty much the most popular ads you can run today, and they're very, very effective and a very powerful way to generate new customers. Uh, if you hate sales, you can set up sales and marketing automation. And usually you use software to eliminate repetitive manual tasks, and you automate your process of bringing in new customers, you know. And you can use some of the tools I mentioned to automate your sales. You can use online advertising to automate your process for content creation. For example, you can set up one ad, and this ad could just work for like a few weeks, and you'll be able to bring in new clients. You can build funnels, marketing funnels. This is like a series of web pages that make a visitor take a specific action. You can also use email marketing automation to send emails, to send sales emails, and those emails you will pitch your products and services. And you can use deadlines, for example, setting up deadline campaigns that pretty much have everything automated, and within a few clicks you're able to set up marketing campaigns. You can take a look into tools such as Kartra, ClickFunnels, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit. All those are sales automation or funnel builders that will allow you to automate your sales system. And this is how a funnel looks like. For example, as you can see, you have a Facebook ad, then you're sending the traffic to a webinar registration. Once somebody register for your webinar, they're assigned to like a welcome email series. Also, they're assigned to receive text messages, and all those email marketing is sending people to the live webinar. On the live webinar, you sell your products and services, and once people buy, they become customers of yours. And so this is a very simple of like sales automation. And if you want to use sales automation, I can help you with that. So make sure you reach out. And this is like an overall view of automated webinar funnel, And yeah, the fifth thing you could do, you can hire somebody to do the repetitive tasks or to do like the sales calls for you. But I believe in order to hire somebody, you need to develop the sales process yourself first, because it will be much easier for you to hire somebody, and you'll just give them the process. And yeah, this was my presentation on how to sell stuff if you hate selling, some tips, some marketing tips. Honestly, like, I'm not great at selling, but I have to go on sales calls. I have to send cold emails. This is just the business. But I started my YouTube channel with the idea to have some content marketing. And also I have some automated funnels that are helping me bringing new leads. And yeah, this was my video for today. My name is Nico. In this channel, I talk about business world and marketing. If you find this video useful, make sure you subscribe to my channel. My name is Nico, and I'll talk to you soon.